All right, boys, welcome to the next podcast. Let's give it a crack.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Cheers, boys.
Yeah, thank you.
Here we go.
Yes, sir.
If it was past 5, this would be a beer or a whiskey, but hey, should be right.
That's good.
So again, damn, it's Thursday. I have to look at my watch. I don't know what day or what planet we're on today, but
Yeah.
there's been about 30 of these podcasts and 30 more to go. Today, we've got two insanely crazy dudes. I will let them introduce themselves. Over to you guys.
All right, my name's Collin Thomas. I have a blown alcohol rat rod that we do burnouts with all over the country, and we're just really happy to have Speedmaster here and on board to help everything out on the whole program.
Yep. Archie Waller. I also have a burnout car, 98 Ford Ranger, blown alcohol, 540 cubic inch, big block Chevy.
Ooh, all right. So we've got LS versus Big Block. You've
Yes,
all seen those
yeah.
memes.
Yep,
You've
for
all seen
sure.
those memes on Facebook where one guy's like a short guy's hanging a leak, and then a big guy comes in and he looks over and starts laughing at him, and then maybe like a blown Hemi comes in and starts laughing at a Big Block.
Yeah.
So I can be the blown Hemi today. How's that?
That's
All right.
That's right. Yep.
So I mean, you know, you guys just put on a show. You guys put those cars through hell. I mean, it's fun, but it's you know what? First and foremost, thank you for putting on a crazy show.
Yeah, of course.
It's not easy keeping the smoke white, fluffy, full on. Because you know we've all done burnouts, and it's like, why don't my retires smoke like that? So you know what? Let's start through that process. Tire selection. How do you know? I know back in the day when I was doing burnout comps, old tires blow better smoke. Is that still a thing?
We pretty much start with brand new tires. All
Okay.
out. Yeah, they're just we pick tread wear that is not so hard. The harder ones will not smoke as much. So we usually run around 200 to 300 tread wear on tires. And from there, we just kind of pick tire sizing on gearing, and you just really got to test. It's just like drag racing or road racing, any other racing. You go out there and test and see how long tires are. Last. So we change our gears out, Speedmaster gears, of course, you know. Yeah, we've gone through a couple different gear selections to try and make sure we blow them on time. The selection is you want to try and blow them after a minute, but not any longer than 2 minutes. So you kind of want to get in there and then.
And have you found something that works in that zone with your application?
Yeah, we both kind of figured that out. It can get a little hard too because there's different pad surfaces. So asphalt is going to probably take 10 to 20 seconds off of your time that you normally would have. Concrete, you can last a little longer. So.
I think a different dynamic of that would be, like on his application, a lot of his stuff is in the front, where like my stuff is all in the bed, which is makes your tires wear faster. There's more weight back there, so you have to run like a harder compound to make it to the minute, and still pop them within the 2 minutes. But yeah, tire. People see like you're just going out there and smoking tires, but there's actually some science behind it.
Correct. Isn't it funny?
Some math, yeah.
Who would have thought we'd be scientists?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, scientists.
There you go. There you go. So yeah, next year you're going to be like Collin Thomas, aka tire scientist.
Yeah.
Right,
That's
yeah.
what it is. It's technically tire science.
Right.
So I've seen your car, and it does hop around a bit, right? Because it's a little bit bigger car, or there's the weight. What is it? I mean, you know, no.
It's pretty planted. It
Yeah?
feels good. It is a little bit longer wheelbase.
Is that what it
which
is?
makes
Because
tighter.
it feels like a bigger car.
It is, which isn't totally the best thing, but we love it.
But that's
it
why
works.
I like it, because it's like unorthodox, right? It's
Right.
like, you know what I
Nobody
mean? It's
sees
a
a Ford
bigger.
Ranger.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's not like a rat rod where it's just slammed. There's no weight in the back.
Yeah.
I mean, you're carrying more weight, right?
For sure. It's a trip.
And how does it feel to kind of tear it around?
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
Good stress relief for sure.
So do you guys put any weight in the rear? Because I know some of my buddies just put weight in the rear to kind of keep the weight down on the rear.
Try to pull weight out as
Yeah.
much as I can.
Yeah, I'm going to be trying to put weight on the front. The way that my front end's set up, it's past the engine, so
Yes.
the engine actually has the weight distribution is not great. For drag racing, it'd be perfect, but
Sure.
for trying to control a car on a skid pad, it's not real.
What about you, Archie? You want to take the weight out? You want it to be as light as possible in the rear end?
My weight bias is actually pretty close, 50-50, but
Yeah.
that's not what you want for burnouts. So
Okay.
it's definitely got to get more dialed in, but that's just part of testing.
And so you think that, because I figured sometimes when we used to add more power, a kind of 50-50 split allowed you to kind of throw the weight of the rear around, but sometimes you might push you too close to a barrier because there's too much weight or too
Yeah.
much speed, because you guys come in hot now.
Oh yeah.
Like back in the day, a burnout was start, start your burnout, go down a straight line, do a couple of donuts, come back. You guys are like getting thrown out of a cannon now.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Tell us about some of the speeds that like.
This kind of depends on the pad size, So the bigger pads, like earlier this year we went to Minnesota, we're probably tipping in 60, 70 miles an hour.
That is insane. Same as yourself?
I didn't make it there, but did I? No, I didn't make it.
No, I
there.
didn't make it that one.
Yeah, all the pads are different. Different setups require different, tip-in strategies and stuff like that. But I mean, even yesterday on this pad, there's no tip-in area, and I managed to hit the wall on the other side of the thing. So.
All right, let's get that weight to the front.
Yeah, for sure. So.
You want it to the front because that way the only tires are supposed to have traction in the front.
Correct. So you can sling the rear. I get it.
Yeah,
because again, sometimes when we're doing it, we're kind of pushing the car too at the same time. So it's almost like a drift and burnout. So again, we used to do things a little bit differently in Australia, but now you just want the boys in Australia just locking the fronts and tearing the rears, and
there's a lot of Australians here. That's awesome.
Oh,
yeah. I used to be one of them 20 years ago. So
you can still be one of them. Come on out.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Those tip-ins are pretty fucking crazy. So tell me about the tires. How wide are the tires now? You know what I mean? I know because we're tire scientists now. How? I mean, what?
Pretty narrow.
They're honestly not that wide.
Yeah.
Most of them are pretty narrow. I think the ones I run there's I buy a bunch of different styles.
Sure.
But, mine, I think, are 205, 65, 16s. I think.
Okay.
What do you run, like 235s?
Yeah, 235.
Okay.
50, 17 now. Yeah.
So let me ask you a question, right? So I'm watching you guys. You guys are young, man. Like, you guys are young. I'm an old man. I'm old enough to be dad. But anyway, say, for example, my son watches you guys out there going, hey, Dad, I want to go and do it. What would your advice be? Where's a good starting point? You know what I mean? Like, you got Helen now. She's tearing it all up. Like, where to from now? What would a good starting point be for someone who's in it?
I would find a car that's really readily available. Like, he's got a Ford Ranger. Just like he said, he hit a wall. He can go to any junkyard or parts store, go buy fenders, buy anything. The rat rod, you crash it, you're gonna spend some time fixing it. But that's what I would do. I'd go find one of your average cars that you can put an LS in. You might argue that, but
I don't know. There's no LSs going in my stuff.
Yeah, I love that.
But LSs are cheap. You can find them anywhere, throw them in, and I started out just spraying nitrous at it, and it's kind of the cheapest way to go in my opinion. If you're trying to just get started, from there you can work with a company like you guys or whoever to try and get a blower on board. And the blowing application is going to be the best way to go. Period. I mean, there's no question about it.
So you're talking your go is LS, because junkyard engine. What would your car be? What would your hey, get this car?
So
just so I can make some notes.
I've always wanted to build something else, and if I was to build something, I would take a Crown Vic chassis, like an old police car.
What?
A Crown Vic chassis.
Oh my gosh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Really? That big?
But I wouldn't use the body though. I would use just the chassis because they have really good platform. And then I'd find some cool body, like a rat rod style body, and put it on.
Oh, yeah. Archie, again, question. It's got to be simple, easy entry point. What do you think?
I think if it's somebody starting out, like you said, it would be something that catches somebody else's eye, and that's like parts are readily available. Something that's out of the box, not like what everything else. Like I picked a '98 Ford Ranger, which isn't really out of the box, but it's what I had sitting in the yard, so that's why we did it. But yeah, something that you can get parts for, like the base parts. I mean, you're not going to get the driveline or anything, but just something that you can go beat up on and hit walls and not worry about scratching it. Because you're going to hit a lot of walls starting off.
Yeah. So is it fair to say that, because I don't think yours got a 9-inch in it, right? From factory, it would have been, obviously 98 would have been.
It's 8.8 out of there, but I pulled that out and put a 4 9-inch.
So is it fair to say maybe advice would be find something with a 9-inch in it, that come factory 9-inch maybe?
If you can get a small platform, like a small platform with a 9-inch, I can't think of any that would have that.
You don't even really need a 9-inch, honestly. Like, I mean, once you start getting to our level, you definitely need to get one. But I mean, 9 inches are so affordable these days. I mean, even like from you guys, there's other companies. I mean, 9
I think
inches.
you guys have.
Yeah.
I mean,
the one over there.
Yeah, there it is.
They're pretty affordable, to be honest, so it's not hard. But even like his factory ran would work for a normal motor. But once you start creeping past the 1,000 horsepower mark, you need something. Aren't you over here with 2,000 horsepower?
That's crazy. So tell us about your big block.
It's an old Keith Black, all aluminum
cast big block.
Holy shit.
546 cubic
Did you
inch.
just say you're just casually going just Keith Black? Like you got a Keith Black.
Well, yeah,
in
the
your
Keith
damn
Black
burnout
big
car?
block Chevy isn't even made anymore, man. So I got to take care of it. I've windowed that thing like 2 times now.
Yeah.
So I just keep repairing it and repairing
Yeah,
it. So
and Keith Black will love it. It's
Yeah.
fine. He'll handle it.
yeah, no, it's
Holy macaroni. So
Yep.
you got okay. So
blown
it's
alcohol, 1671.
nice.
Yeah, I think it has to make over 2,000 horsepower.
Yeah,
I mean,
100%.
So I've killed it a couple times just running it at that level, and actually out here we're way less, so it seems to be holding up a lot better now. So
Okay.
more reliable.
So you do realize, right, that you have an engine that people used to break drag racing records with, right?
That's what this motor came out of.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
It's literally
and now it's just
Yeah.
in your Ford Ranger.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Huh?
It's ridiculous.
It is absolutely
If you saw it in person, you'd be like, "That's ridiculous."
So let's fast forward 20 years, and we were talking about Archie's son. It'd be like, yeah, I got Tony Schumacher's 11,000 horsepower Hemi. Like, you do
He
realize
just might.
that-
He just might.
But you see what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is what we're sitting in. Like, just to put in perspective,
Yeah.
you had some dude's top fuel engine in your damn burnout car. Is that crazy or
It's
what?
awesome. Yeah.
That is awesome.
Love it.
All right, and let's just pretend it was, I don't know, Don Schumacher's anyway. Who
Yeah,
cares?
that's fine. Hey, I'm
Oh,
fine with
man,
that.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
fine with that.
Perfect.
As long as he signed it.
That's it. There you go. There you go. So tell us about your platform. You got an LS, right?
Yeah.
Nice, easy. Not definitely wasn't in. Definitely didn't win any NHRA drag racing meetings with this one.
That one did. That one did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so I mean, I work at late model engines, so we build engines there. But I just started out with the LS3 block, not a Keith Black block, but just a standard LS3 block you can pull out of any other car, and put a nice crankshaft in it, nice rods, nice pistons. Built the short block myself, put some nice cylinder heads on it from my friends over at Uber Heads, and kind of just put a whole platform together, put Speedmaster blower on it, 871, it's a 416, 13-to-1 compression. It's got a lot of compression in it.
Wow. Is that static compression?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yeah.
I hate to
So-
imagine what it is after the
Yeah.
after the blower issue.
You run a pretty low boost, right? You don't run a whole lot of boost.
Yeah, I've only got about 10 pounds on it. I'm under driving the blower, so it's not crazy.
Sure.
But I mean, it makes over 1,000 horsepower. There's no reason to have much more than that on the burnout stuff. So no, it runs good, and everything's great on it. I love it. So,
It's still holding up.
yeah, I
We
mean,
got 2 more days.
yeah, I mean,
You're here. We'll talk at the end.
Yeah, we'll see what happens at the end of this. We got an event next weekend if we can try and make and to hold together. But everything's been holding up good all season. Never had a single issue with the motor, so we're just stoked.
So I talked about this with Justin Pollack, right? And you know, he has a process that he goes through before he starts drifting. He's like, okay, so right glove, left glove, visor down, shift it to gear at the third red, and then fucking go. Have you guys created any process before you tip in? Is it visor down and beat the steering wheel? What do you guys got? What's going on? Where you at? Do you have any process before you start, or are you just balls to the wall? Because surely the heart rate's up when it has
Every
to be
time.
up. Come on.
Every time.
Come on.
You wouldn't love it if it wasn't.
Yeah.
getting
Well, you
your
wouldn't be
heart rate up.
human if it wasn't there
Yeah,
either.
yeah.
So talk us through what are you doing to get through that heartbeat?
I'd say it's a lot of processing, like, reading the room, seeing what the pad's looking like, seeing like where you are in line with the other cars is a big deal. Knowing like how hard you have to send it, because if a guy went before you and you're like telling yourself, "Wow, that guy just killed it," or if he sucked, then you don't have to go out there and kill your stuff as bad. I mean, in the end, it affects your bottom dollar how hard you go out there and beat on your truck. I would say as far as your nerves, it would be just making sure you don't go out there and kill yourself.
Yeah.
Because it can get wild pretty quick.
I would say most of my preparation is just before you go out on the pad, just checking the car over, nut and bolt, make sure everything's gonna go. These blowers just rattle these single cars, so most of my preparation is kind of like before. Once I'm in the car, I'm kind of just ready for it to be over.
Honestly, yeah, you're right. I
Yeah.
think more like once you're sitting in the seat about to go, it's more of like a zen moment versus like the rush to get your shit ready.
Freaky, right?
Yeah. And then once you're there, it's like, all right, let's go have some fun.
And it's good because now that you mention it, you'll be aware of it. You'll be like, oh, this is that moment. You know what I mean? And you just keep remembering because some of this stuff doesn't last forever. I mean, I was a professional soccer player, and you get through it so quick, and then you're like, you miss those moments. You know what I mean? So That's pretty cool. Let me ask you a question. Have you guys worked out your celebration yet? I haven't watched enough yet. I haven't watched enough Burnout Wars yet. Have you worked out your celebration? Because you do realize in Australia, like, you know, like, you got to get your celebration right. Some people would be smashing their helmets. Some people would be, obviously the typical one is jumping on the hood, jumping on the roof, on, you know, in the trade. You know, one of my buddies used to like would kick the crap out of his front door, like literally, it was the front door every time. One of my other buddies would completely destroy and pay every time, both rear tires, both rear rims, cut concrete chunks everywhere, get fined, pay for concrete fixtures. But he's like, I'm the concrete dude, I'm the concrete master.
That's the guy right there.
I'm tearing it up. Where what we have to create something. You guys have to leave here going, people are going to remember me for something. Archie, what am I going to remember you for? When I come out and watch you tomorrow, I'm going to be like, oh, I love Archie's celebration. Because, you know, it's the car, it's the blower, and then it's the celebration.
You're not going to like it, because I get made fun of because I don't get out of the car.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I've just recently been getting out of the car because people keep making fun of me. Like, man, why don't you get out and celebrate? It's like, because I'm hyped. I'm just getting off the pad. Let the next guy go.
You do your steering wheel thing, though.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Halfway through the run, if he's doing a pretty gnarly run, he'll just go and take his steering wheel off.
Set it on the roof.
And then he'll go and grab his...
fucking epic. Are you fucking... Like, dude.
He acts like that's not a big deal.
That is fucking epic. All right. Hey,
well,
have you got footage of this?
I have a little sheet of
Yes,
I want to see this.
I'll show you.
Hey, see, all of a sudden, Mr. I don't do
Okay, I'm celebrating during the run, I'm killing it.
There you go.
I don't need to get out. They already know what's up.
No, you know, I'm just going to leave it on.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is epic. Let's see this.
Yeah, so you can go through here.
All right, let's get through the smoke.
Yeah.
This might not be the one where I hit the wall. Oh yeah, this is after we took the front end apart.
Yeah. So he puts his arm out right there.
Oh yes! Dude, that is epic.
It was a good run. It was a good
Oh
run.
my gosh.
That was after we hit the wall, came back into the pits, ripped. I mean, you can see there's no front end on it anymore.
Yes.
Yeah. He'll come over here and you can see it really well. But this whole time he doesn't have a
Camera angles
signal.
are insane, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, that is epic.
Watch. And then he comes over here and the whole time he's just...
Dude, that is epic.
And everything, yeah. But
oh my gosh.
That was called an angry burn.
For some reason, maybe I saw your car in slow-mo. That's why it looked like it was bouncing. But there is nothing but shred right there.
Yeah, it handles pretty well.
Okay. Oh my God, we got to get that on the podcast. This dude is like literally caught up in like thousands of kilograms of smoke, and he's just got this. And so what? So you're still moving back and forth. So you're driving the car through the brake and the throttle then.
Well, I can't really tell you all the secrets,
there we go.
but yeah, there's a little maneuverability, but it's a lot tougher.
Dude, you are my hero. Now you are clearly one of my favorites right now. You don't need celebration. You're like,
yeah, you have to come do a ride along.
yeah, boy. Oh, yeah, well, maybe.
I'll keep the steering wheel on
as long
for
as
you.
there's two of them.
Yeah, I can put you in.
That's cool. That's cool. Colin, hey, that's a hard act to follow, bro.
Yeah.
Archie went from 0 to hero in like 30 seconds.
Damn.
Holy shit, that was epic.
I just love rim bashing. Once it's done, if the place allows it, I love rim bashing and just throwing like sparks everywhere. My exhaust goes right to the wheels, so it just shoots the sparks everywhere. I like to get out, grab the blower hat, and rev it up and everything.
So, oh, that's cool. I like that.
It's fun. But,
Zach did that yesterday. Put it up on the wall, got out, and just sat there sitting next to his car, smoked both tires down.
Get out. Out of the car.
Out of the car.
Oh, now that's a good one too. Dude, this is epic. Now we're fucking really coming into some
It's
cool
a lot
showmanship.
of showmanship here.
Yeah, this
It's
is
definitely
cool.
in SEMA. During the professional contest, it's a lot. There's none of that. Like when you're actually competing for like money, it's very strict set of rules. Very like this is what we want, what we're looking for.
And do you realize you're putting on a massive show? Like there is, like we've had burnouts, but nothing like even just the two things you mentioned. None of that's been happening.
Right.
Like to be able to put it in the wall and just crank the fucking two rear tires. So is that still in gear? How the fuck are you doing that?
Yeah. So
literally it's fucking bucking like a fucking.
The way that Zach's got it set up is he always puts it against the wall just to be safe, but then he's got a handbrake for his front tires.
Yes.
That he pulls and then he locks it down so his tires are locked, and then he just gets out.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's a little safer.
Yeah.
I thought you just let it go.
No, me
right.
too. He's like, no, he's got a handbrake, but no, he does that,
smart.
and then he just grabs the hat and lets it
That
rip.
is
I mean,
cool.
it's still not that safe, but I mean,
No.
whatever.
So have you got footage of that as well?
Pretty freaking cool. That would be on the line.
Someone has it.
You better send that to me.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So we got the engines worked out. So all right. So I'm making notes here. I've got my car worked out. I've got my engine worked out. My celebration's gonna suck compared to yours, man. This is crazy. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is You've got.
I don't do that all the time. It's not like every time.
No,
But if I'm feeling it,
Yeah.
you'll know I'm feeling it if my hand's out the window with my steering wheel. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that is mental. All right, so where to from here? So obviously, Burnout was putting on a few awesome events, right? We got like 4 or 5 this year, or what's the story? You guys know the schedule yet? Or?
There's a bunch that they did this year. I was only able to make one of them.
Yeah.
Just building the car in the beginning of the year, they did a lot of them. They do a lot on the East Coast, and traveling can be a little hard, so just
It's not even.
yeah. But they had one in Oklahoma that we went to, and did pretty well at that one. So it was fun.
Archie?
Not even that anymore. It's just that there's so many events.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'd say like 2 years ago, there was only like, 4 or 5 events like that were actually like legit events. And now, I mean, there's
Tons now. There's
20, 30
20 or 30
that you have to
now
make.
a year.
And then you're talking about the maintenance in between rounds and stuff like
Gig,
that.
man.
Like, you
Tough
can't.
gig. Costs money, time.
Well, yeah, and just like machining and all that stuff is like 6 months out, and it's all that technical stuff is just going away by the wayside.
Yeah.
People are just replacing like machine work with just buying something new. It's crazy.
Makes sense. So, last but not least on this deal is I need a name for my car. So we've got Helen. What's the name on your car?
We actually just came up with a name. It's called Deranged.
Oh, there
It's
you
a
go.
Ford Ranger.
There you go. Oh, Deranged. There you go. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna have to think of a cool name. So you guys are gonna have to help me find a car.
Yeah, for
Pick
sure.
an engine. Let's not go LS, please, man. I'm a Ford man. I'll even go big block Chevy if I have to.
Okay, all right. We'll do that.
I'll
Yeah,
even
yeah.
go big block if I have to avoid LS.
Yeah.
Unless you
Honestly,
unless your
you
team
wanna-
want to build it.
I hate saying it, but the LS stuff is just
Yeah.
so much more
Of course, economical.
like economical, reliable.
yeah.
I mean, the big block stuff is cool because it's rare. You don't see it,
Yeah.
but if you're talking about like getting into it, it's definitely an
All
LS
right.
platform.
All
for
right.
sure.
So we'll think about an LS, maybe put some Ford valve covers on it or something.
Or a
I don't know.
Ford, yeah, big block Ford would be sick.
Yeah, actually, I just finished a big block. I just finished a big block Ford blower kit, so maybe we can do something like that.
That would be
There you go.
cool.
So, all right, we're gonna go 460 big block Ford,
Yeah.
871. All right, so we go
1671.
1671. All right.
put all those.
Actually, yeah. Well, actually, I can even upgrade our blowers and put some screw blowers in there. There you go.
there you
That'd
go.
be sick.
So I like it. Actually, maybe not. You know what? I'll get a PSI. I want to get a PSI. We'll put a PSI screw blower on mine. All right, so we've got a Ford 460
Slow
PSI.
down.
All right.
And like an old 67 Mustang.
Okay, OC. Oh, now we're talking.
That'd be
067.
cool.
All right.
Some sweet like handbrake action. You can drift it, burnouts all in one.
So 67. I've actually got one. It's ready to go. All right, here we go. Okay, cool.
We'll have a build off. I'm building one for, I think Katie wants one.
Oh my
So I have
gosh. All right, let's
67
do
as well.
it.
That'd be
The only
cool.
thing is, I don't know if the 460 will fit in there. It's going to need a lot
It will.
of cutting and.
Oh, yeah, you got to
The
cut the shock
shock
towers,
towers.
yeah,
Yeah,
but it'll
yeah.
fit after you do all that.
Well, okay, so then what gearbox are you going to put in it?
I don't know yet. I mean, Power Glide's always nice.
So we're going to run a Speedmaster Power Glide, or
We can do that.
I've got a 3,000 horsepower C4 if you want.
We can do that as well.
Bump, bump, bump. All right. Then with the rear ends are done, the 9 inches can handle 3,000 horsepower.
Easy.
So that's easy. All right.
And you're not hooking up either.
Oh,
You're not
yes.
actually putting traction to the ground, so
Yeah, yeah, so
you can
that's
really put
fine.
anything in there.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. Okay, all right. Got to think of a name.
Yeah? I don't know. I'm trying to think of one for you right now.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, where are you building this Mustang? Where are you building this Mustang?
I haven't started building it yet, but
You're thinking
my,
about
my
it.
wife did a burnout yesterday in my truck for the first time, and she was like instantly in love. So
Oh my God.
we're gonna have to build her something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She did pretty good.
All right. So we got all this going down. All right. Cool. So I'll throw it out there. Any advice for anyone doing it? Because hey, there is risks, right?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
everything, there's risks, but I think it's a pretty safe environment right now with the way. Because what I'm saying is you're not like Top Fuel where the blower's gonna fly off and your cockpit's gonna blow up. I think it's pretty cool, right? I think it's a great actual sport right now, right? It's a great entry into anyone having a good time. Like you were saying, your wife wants to get in, right? So,
Yeah.
what would your advice be for anyone that's starting out like that? Like going, yeah, no problem, or would you put anyone in the seat? What's the story?
Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. I mean, it's one of those sports that is pretty easy to get into. Like drag racing is similar. If you wanted to go bracket racing, you could get into that cheaply, and take whatever car you got. But I mean, if you can do a burnout, take it out there. Like I mean, the first burnout I did in Helen was not an awesome one. I posted a video the other day. It barely made any smoke. Like it shut off and died, and it was terrible. I looked retarded.
It's funny how that works, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but no, just go out there and have fun. Like, don't care about people judging. Just go enjoy yourself.
I was just like, I did my first burnout coming out of the womb. I was fine.
Yeah. I actually have been doing it more than, I think maybe 5 years, something like that now. But yeah, I mean, as far as advice would be to just love what you're doing, you know, and be safe doing it. Safety's everything. Start from the safety aspect and then work your way around everything else.
That's a good point, right? I mean, you guys obviously have to build good cars, good chassis, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realise, you know, some of the cars they buy aren't that safe, you know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
you know, so...
Yeah, the right gear, helmet, fire suit. I mean, you want to start there. You want to be around to be doing burnouts. You know?
So true, so true. Well, again, thank you guys for coming in. I don't know if you got anything in closing for the viewers, but I learnt a lot. I'm sure they will too.
Of course.
I don't know if you want to do your trademark sign off, you know, hand in the air.
I should have brought my steering wheel.
Yeah, hand in the air.
Yeah.
What's your one?
I don't know.
Oh, you didn't answer
yeah.
that question. Do you have, what's your celebration?
I don't know. It's kind of rev the blower happening.
All right, so we're gonna have a blower rip hat. We're gonna have a
one of
fist
these?
in the air.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck mine's gonna be, but I'm just gonna give you guys some fist bumps. All right, let's go. So ready? 1, 2, 3, let's go. Fucking bang, bang.
Yeah.
Thank you, boys and girls. Thank you so much, and again, thank you for coming in.
Of course.
Much appreciated, man.
Thanks for having us.